Falcons, they will have to blind pick the Uranus into this. Haji will go into his traditional Jushin to try and maintain control alongside with this Marcel. I think I'm totally fine with this. It's a pretty standard composition from Team Falcons. We've seen this before during MSC. But now what's the big game changer here from DianFengYaoGuai? What exactly could be Esme only? Is that their only option here?
I actually feel like Alice would be better, but they themselves ban out the Alice. So other than that, I can see a high loss, but the problem is that the Zushin, any tank that's good against the Uranus, it's going to be difficult to play against the Zushin. So a CC is also okay, a Lapu is also okay, but it really is just depends on how FishGod can play that lane. I would say Lapu is the best, but again, we don't know his hero pool, how it's looking like.
That's true. I was also thinking like maybe there's like a Sora angle here, but it looks like they're going to go into the safe comfort of the Lapu and the bravest fighter as a means to kind of break through. We head on into the Land of Dawn.
Honestly, I feel like in this game, Super Marco should win out the lane just because they have a mid trio that is incredibly fast, especially when you compare it to what DianFengYaoGuai has. Honestly, the Alice as well as the Valentina can win the lane pretty well. It's only Zhaoxi on this Suyo that I'm just slightly bit worried of because like having just the Marcel and the Nolan should be pretty fast enough for them to really do much. But look at this rotation here. Kyle is immediately taking a green camp away from DianFengYaoGuai, Zhaoxi. That just again shows that they are pretty confident in the speed of their composition here, even with Zed being around there alongside Yi1. Oh, Juno, hold on. Actually, Kyle might be in trouble here, or also known as Juno.
Well, he's totally fine. He even gets the retribution down as well. Loses that out, but look at the vertical jungling. On the opposite side, the invasion onto this green camp has been successful for Zhaoxi as he gets his way back out and immediately starts making his way over to the purple buff. And this is not going to get contested. They saw Kyle use the retribution, so it's going to be a no contest at all as Kyle is just trying to get his purple buff down so that he can have some more pressure down on the bot lane.
Yeah, and this kind of neutralizes the advantage that Team Falcons should have because Zed as well as Yi1 was able to get in a good position to slow down Kyle long enough so that Zhaoxi can vertical jungle for himself. I don't think he got the camp. Did he? I'm not sure.
No, he got the camp. He got the camp off of it. Yeah, you can see that Yi1 is already like very close to level 4 before the wave even collapses. It's supposed to be before the 9 o'clock mark. But even so, Flap still trying to maintain some kind of control here. But look at this. Immediately, DianFengYaoGuai still playing to their strengths, right? Trying to force this level 4 as quickly as possible. It's probably their only opportunity. Once FishGod hits 4, they can definitely fight.
Well, Yi1 does have that golden hour. The only question is how he's going to use it. Yi1 almost gets taken down here. Has to get away. Golden hour used. Zhaoxi still secures it. And Juno or Kyle just got taken down by DianFengYaoGuai. Now Team Falcons, they have to retreat as FishGod tries to get a kill but gives it over to Zhaoxi. And now Ogwen slowing down the recall of Zed. Zed wants to move on forward as Yi1 tries to terrify him. Looks like a lot of damage onto Ogwen, but Zed is taking way too much damage. Flap trying to get close, but Yi1 gives the cover for Zed. Clean from DianFengYaoGuai, winning everything on the board.
Really good disengage here for DianFengYaoGuai. Again, I was thinking like maybe he was playing a little dangerous there for Zed, but again, at the very least, Flap was not able to get that Ionic Edge anywhere close to him. Manages to survive and has Yi1 to back him up. With both sides recalling immediately, DianFengYaoGuai looking for a big punish, knowing that the purple buff has actually spawned back, but they were delayed for taking it, using his retribution early on to steal this away, and Kyle is going to be left purpleless for the next couple of minutes.
I would say this is uncharacteristic of Team Falcons Philippines, where I would say the first rotation got read out by DianFengYaoGuai, and DianFengYaoGuai was able to respond appropriately. And now with the 2-kill lead onto Zhaoxi, as long as he doesn't get caught by either the Marcel or the Zushin, DianFengYaoGuai, they're going to scale pretty steadily. And because Super Marco does not get any help from the team, Lung is also having a pretty good time here in lane. Looks like it is roughly even, but actually no, Lung does have a level advantage. Unsure if he was able to deny a few minions away from Super Marco, or it's just, you know, neutral objective difference. But still, this is a very good start for DianFengYaoGuai.
It's neutral objective difference, and I think it's 2 crabs at this point is why he has the current lead. Let's just double check his gold. Yep, 666. That's about right there. means at least 2 crabs were obtained here by DianFengYaoGuai as they already fight for the first position here on the upcoming turtle.
Yeah, now they gotta really be careful of Flap. Level 7 on that Uranus should be able to deal quite a lot of pressure onto DianFengYaoGuai. Look at FishGod. FishGod is pretty low in HP, and Flap sees that, tries to get a kill. Oh, Gwen, he does have the golden hour, looking for a prime position to get onto someone. For now, looks like they're all on Flap, trying to make sure that Uranus is not part of the fight, and Ogon is there trying to help them out. All the while, Kyle is stealing a green camp away, and even Super Marco is here. DianFengYaoGuai, they're losing their position because they're paying too much attention to Flap.
Yeah, this is taking way too long here. And I mean, at least they get, both gold laners are going to get a double wave here for just a little bit as they run back into lane. It's better for Clint. And honestly, for DianFengYaoGuai, they don't mind this. This is like not the worst position in the world. The longer this drags out, and as long as the jungler alongside with Clint don't die here and just keep on farming, this is a good steady pace.
Well, considering that now Zhaoxi does have that Sky Piercer, if they get killed, it's going to be amazing. Golden Hour used, but not really utilized that well. But look at that, Kyle. Kyle is stealing away the purple here. So DianFengYaoGuai, they're going to get this turtle for free. And it looks like Zed was able to catch one-member team Falcons, but Flicker was used just to escape. Now in the bottom lane, you can see that Kyle is close to Lung, but looks like Lung has already positioned himself safely. Not going to get ganked by Kyle.
Endless Battle already purchased here for Loom. He's got some incredible base damages to work with, especially with gun in hand. So far, things have been going pretty well for DianFengYaoGuai. I think that right now, Team Falcons are just waiting for the next item power spike here. And like Kyle understands that without at least 1 or 2 items, it's pretty difficult to find the big one-shot onto Yi1 or even Loom. Zhaoxi still has iframe, so there's still a little bit of a push and pull to see who uses resources. But now DianFengYaoGuai playing to their strong lane just to make sure that Lung gets this turret, and now they're going to continue the siege. Similar to Brody, you just break a turret, you move on to the next one, and Lung, so greedy, he just wants to make sure that he gets all the farm. No wave wasted.
We will see whether this trade is worth it, because so far, Kyle is getting all the farm, and Lung is getting all the farm. Quite a lot of, I would say, Zhaoxi is sacrificing a lot here for his team. He is 1 level behind of Kyle. I think can equalize this if they're able to get this purple buff, but I really feel like they won't be able to. But with that being said, Lung is here. Maybe they do want to go for a fight.
Kyle doesn't have his retribution, but Zhaoxi does. They can try for it. They've got golden hour as well if they want to delay it further, but nah, Kyle, he's not going to waste any time here as the initiation from DianFengYaoGuai just to zone out the rest of the Falcons.
Interesting. Ogwen used the golden hour onto Lung when no member is anywhere close, but this is good for Super Marco. Super Marco is farming freely down bot, might even get that turret as well. DianFengYaoGuai, they're trying to wait for an opportunity, but because nothing is really happening, they're honestly losing the bout just a little bit. The goal gap is non-existent now as Super Marco gets that turret.
DianFengYaoGuai making sure that they're not forcing too many of the scenarios. Oh, wait, hold on. Zhaoxi might be in some trouble, but look at the back.
Yep, right now looks like they're going on to Flap, and Marcel from Ogwen does not have the golden hour. They can't capitalize on DianFengYaoGuai clumping up here. It looks like Zed is going to recall. E1 does not have mana. He does have to be careful of that, but looks like Super Marco was able to get away from that. Juno or Kyle still able to get the turtle. Super Marco gets a kill onto Zed, and now they want to move on forward as Super Marco is feeling very confident in continuing the fight. DianFengYaoGuai has to escape. 2 members here got locked up, and now even the golden hour used. Both of them are stunned up, and kills given over to Team Falcons.
And look at the conversion. Immediately, they're getting that wave down bot. They're instantly invading onto topside to ensure the topside jungle is going to be completely cleared, and DianFengYaoGuai will start to fall behind. Team Falcons, their composition is about to go online as Super Marco is 1 component away from completing the golden staff, and then it's going to be the real deal. As Team Falcons have so far, I mean, Kyle has been playing a pretty strong game, right? They got the T2 down on bot side as well. They basically dragged out fights because of the indecision of DianFengYaoGuai, and because of how slow they're making their choices, Team Falcons have built this steady lead on the opposite side of the map.
Yeah, and I would say that's good for Team Falcons as well, because they position themselves in a way that they don't really get caught by Zed. And DianFengYaoGuai is showing quite a lot of respect onto Team Falcons. Partly the reason why Team Falcons is able to capitalize on those hesitations So now DianFengYaoGuai, they really have lost any lead that they had. Over 3,000 goal lead now for Team Falcons, just by DianFengYaoGuai hesitating the entire game.
A 5K swing over the span of 4 minutes. And Team Falcons, this is why they are a dangerous team. They're very good at outmacroing their opponents, and especially when they have plenty of information. We've seen that there are moments where DianFengYaoGuai actually have tempo on them. But unfortunately, Team Falcons are very good at just kind of balancing the scales just a little bit, right? Even if they're willing to sacrifice a neutral objective, the gold lead never goes too far. Malefic Gun already purchased and completed by Lung. The extra range is going to be useful, but the tough part is Zhao Shi. Oh wait, hold on.
Yep, you can see Guai just positioning himself, trying to see if he can catch multiple members of DianFengYaoGuai. Right now, Zhao Shi is really not in a good spot here, Gideon. And look at that damage coming in from Melissa. Golden Hour used, but looks like the right members are not getting stopped here. Another Golden Hour used, but just to stop Team Falcons. And now FishGod has to get away. Kyle secures a kill onto the EXP lane of DianFengYaoGuai. And now they don't have any more forward momentum. Ogun able to stop the recalls, and now Team Falcons gets on the Lord.
I think this game's kind of done for already. Now the biggest problem is that they can't like really do much to Haji without like a hard engage from Zed. And even then, Haji still has that Purify available. With the Ice Queen's wand, whoever walks up is in trouble. Even Lung, right? After using, you know, the name recoil, he is so slow. He's going to get run down by a lot of the members of Team Falcons if they don't stop this right now.
This is uncomfortable for me because this entire GOF, unfortunately, the jungles are not being selfish. They're letting go of their own farm to help out other people, and it just very bad for the team. Like Zhao Shi sacrificing himself for Lung, and then honestly nothing happens. And this is the same thing that we saw in the previous matchup. Kyle is having a good time despite the early game not going his way. He is level 15 way before, and now Zhao Shi just hit level 13. And as we're seeing this, Team Falcons, they are forcing the situation, getting onto that turret, even using the golden hour defensively, but not good enough. Brought back, Zed gets taken down by Flap, but mostly because Haji was able to pull him back, and now FishGod goes in with the Bravest Spider trying to get a kill onto Super Marco, but Super Marco has a lot more items than him. And now Team Falcons gets away, and DianFengYaoGuai can't really do much. Look, brought in, kill, give it over to Flap.
Yep, disrespect. Disrespect. You can see that a lot of Lung shots was targeted towards like the frontliners and even on top of Super Marco. But Marco has much better sustain overall because of the fighter emblems, and he's also building the Trinity. Very easy to trigger when Muddles is so far up, already chipping away at his life total. But I think the hardest part once again, is Haji. He touches him just once, just a little bit, picks him up one time, and Falcons are able to shut Lung down. He's 0-2 and 0 so far, and the laning phase is done. There's not a lot of structures that he can take at this stage if he can't walk out of their base. And with no inhibitors at all, it's an even bigger task for DianFengYaoGuai to take advantage of this game at all. So really, the momentum and the motion is on Falcons. The next Lord should be the game ender.
I do feel like this is pretty over for DianFengYaoGuai. The only way they can really come back into this game is somehow Team Falcons just overextend and keeps on dying to the turrets here. Because Zhao Shi does have a Sky Piercer, but it's 0 stacks. He got it after he already got his 2 kills. So for now, it's really providing him absolutely nothing except for a wasted slot. So this is why I was worried for DianFengYaoGuai. They know how to get kills. But then it's like, okay, now what?
It always seems to be the case. It's starting to become like a more obvious trend among some of the minor region teams. But again, gotta be decisive here as they're trying to look for at least just a little bit of space. But there's just so many waves that are crashing in, and with Suyo already showing himself, they're just going for the fight.
And with this, Zed even has to flicker out. Not much can be done by Zed. The golden hour stops the fight just a little bit, but still, Kyle able to get a double kill. The front line really can't do much, and now Lung gets pulled back into the team, has to get away, but coming from the flank of Maniac gets by Kyle, and Yi1's just gonna stay in base while Team Falcons tries to give over to Savage, but not gonna happen. Yi1 is like, get the win, that's it. I'm not gonna give you more.
Yep, he's not